All right, in case you don't know, I'm Lakeisha Pound Smith. I'm your instructional technology coordinator. And once again, today we are talking about Kami, and we're going to talk about just a few little PDF tips. The way I'm going to do that is I'm going to kind of wrap it all together. But what I will provide for you today is this entire slide deck. This entire presentation, along with the links to individual resources for Kami, and then for the PDF tips as well. So you will have this entire presentation. I will post it at the end. Okay. Our learning objective for today is to make sure that you increase your knowledge of digital tools. Today in particular, we're talking about PDFs and Kami. Okay, so I have sent out several things for Kami. I've sent out a tech tip. I've sent out an intro video. If we have time, I'll play it at the end just to kind of give you an overview of Kami. And then also today, you'll have access to these slides. So let's go ahead and click on these slides. Okay, so if you look at this training, basically, or this guide, it basically has links to every single thing you could possibly know about Kami. If there's something on here that is missing or you still have a question after we go through this training, by all means, please submit a ticket and then and let me know. Okay, you can submit a ticket on Incident IQ. Once again, for the sake of the training time, I'm not going to go through this slide by slide. What I'm going to do is demo for you what Kami can do. Okay, so you'll have access to this, and then you will also have access to the PDF tips. When you click on slides, looks like this. It's real short, but it basically gives you how to change a document to a PDF. I know some people have been struggling with that, so I provided that for you. And then also how to use print to PDF or save to PDF to choose select pages in a PDF. Okay, so now I'm going to, we're actually just going to demo this out. Okay, so let's imagine I'm a teacher. I've come over to my Amplify stuff, pulled up my students' lessons, and I see 172 pages, but you know what? I only need them to use a few pages of this PDF. One of the things that teachers have been doing is they may give them the full PDF at length, right? And just say, only fill out these pages, right? But that's very confusing, right? So instead of doing that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out what pages I want. So let's say I want to do 32 and I want to do, you know what? I only want them to focus on the first part of this. So then from here, maybe 34 and 36, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to print, or I can do Command P, okay? I'm going to make sure that normally it's set to follow me at Jubilee, right? What you're going to do is you're going to go to save as PDF. You're going to click on all under next to pages. You're going to go to custom. And I said I wanted pages 33. I'm going to skip over 32. I'm going to skip over 33. I'm going to go to 34 through 36. And so now you can see over here, it has the exact pages that I want. Okay. And then when I click save, it's going to ask me where do I want to save it, and then what do I want to call it. So I need to rename it right here and then choose where do I want to save it. I normally do save these to my desktop just because I want it to be easily accessible. But this is a great way of shortening your PDFs rather than giving someone an entire manuscript, right? The kids are not going to understand entire manuscript. So that's one way to shorten your PDFs. So here's the question, right? What do I do once I have my shortened PDF? Great question. You are going to assign this PDF through Kami, okay? And this is how your students can edit in the PDF and access it, okay? So there's two different ways you can do this. You can actually come to kamiapp.com, sign in, make sure that you sign up for your account. All of this information is on the original slide deck, okay? And once you sign in, your page will look like this, okay? If you look right here, it says Google Classroom Assignment. I can click right here and go ahead and kind of navigate through the steps that way, okay? Another way that I can do this is to actually come over to my Google Classroom. I can go to Classwork. I go to Create. And now you'll see that you should have the option to add a Kami assignment. Now, keep in mind, you will only have this option if you have signed up for your account, okay? Secondly, you will only have this option if Kami is a part of your extensions, okay? So if you see what I'm over here circling a little bit, if I click on this puzzle, you'll be able to see all the extensions that are available to you. Kami should be one of them now. We push that out to your computers. If it is not, it's real simple, and the instructions are in part of the slides, okay? And if you need help walking through that, of course, you can reach out to me and I can help you walk through that, okay? So in order to do this, remember, through Google Classroom, 1, you have to have signed up for Kami already, and then 2, you need the extension, okay? So those are the 2 ways. So I can go through Kami directly, or I can go right here and click Kami assignment, okay? So I'm going to walk you through kind of what are some of the aspects of Kami right now. So I'm going to go ahead and navigate back to Kami, okay? And I'm going to grab my document. What I've done is I've went ahead and uploaded my document. I called it Planets. And I can download it and drag it up to Kami once it downloads, or I can go to Google Drive, okay, and find it that way. For the sake of this demonstration, and many people don't know you can do this, I'm just going to drag it up, okay? Boop. And there's my document. Okay. Once I have my document, let's say that I don't want to assign it to my students yet because there's a few things that maybe I want to add. Okay. Maybe I want to come in here. I can click on text box and I can click on this right here. And maybe I want to add some instructions, right? Because that's always the thing. You can't just give the students things with no instructions, right? So maybe I want to type out some instructions. Here you go, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So those are my instructions, and then after you type them out, you can actually still move them. You can shrink the box, you can move it, all that great things, all right? What you will have noticed at this point is that this file, because I drug it from this bottom toolbar right here, this toolbar down at the bottom, that is asking me to save this, right? So that all these changes can be saved. I'm gonna go ahead and say save to Google Drive. And I can rename it as well by clicking up here. I'm going to say Planets student copy of this PDF. Okay, so now it lives in my Google Drive as well. Okay, other things that I can do while I'm on here. I can also, if there's certain things that maybe I want the students to pay attention to, I can go to markup. I can do a freehand highlighter. I can do text highlighting. I can also do a box highlighter. I can also strike through information, right? So if there's something that maybe I want the students to not really pay attention to, like, you know what, I don't want you to read this part right here, I can actually come through. I actually highlighted that right now. You click on the tool first. There we go. Technical difficulties. There we go. And it actually did the strike through in yellow because I'm on yellow right now. Okay. I can also do the same thing with underline, same thing with all the highlighting tools. Okay. If there's anything else I want to add, like perhaps I want to add in a shape. Maybe I want to draw their attention to a certain thing. I'm going to go ahead and insert a rectangle. And I chose a pink line just so it would stand out. And maybe I really want them to pay attention to this first paragraph, or this is going to be their focus paragraph or something of that sort. I can go ahead and insert that. It also does have an ellipse as well as a triangle if I need those shapes as well. And then I can insert a line if I just need a line. Okay. Other things that I can do, I can actually add in media. So maybe I want to add in a YouTube video. And then I would go in and I would actually find a YouTube video that relates to this particular text or this particular assignment. All I have to do is paste the link right here. Okay. I can also do the same thing with images. I can also add things from my computer. Here's the camera if I need to take a picture at that current time. Google Drive, I also have that option to add in other elements. I also can add in graphic organizers. So there is a graphic organizer somewhere, there we go, on this actual assignment. But let's say there wasn't, and maybe I want the kids to do something right here. I can come right here to graphic organizers. Let's say I want to insert this Venn diagram. I can do that. Super easy. Okay. So let's say I've made all these changes and I'm good to go. I want to send it out to the kids. Once again, it's a 10-minute PD, so I'm trying to go as quickly as possible. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go to my home. Okay. I'm going to go to Google Classroom assignment. I am going to go to my drive. I'm going to type in the name of my assignment. Planet student copy. Okay. And then I have the option on the side to actually turn on or off features for each of the students. So maybe I actually don't want them to have the read aloud available. I don't know why you would turn that off, but you can turn on or off any of those features that are on the side. Like maybe you don't want them to add media into it. Maybe you don't want them to see signature. So I'm just going to turn off the signature. I'm going to click OK. I also have the option of sending the Kami instructions to students. So for those who need instructions on how to log in, it's right there. And then add links for mobile devices. I can leave that on. I leave this on by default normally. Okay. And then up here, what I'll need to do is select my class. So I'll select my demo classroom and I'll assign it. Okay. Once that assignment is set, there we go. It'll prompt me as the teacher to open it in Classroom. But what I'm going to do is really, really quickly, in like 2 minutes, I'm going to show you what the student side looks like. So I am a student now. My teacher has posted this Kami assignment. You can see it's right here. I go to my classwork. And now when I click on this assignment, you'll see that I have the option to now open with Kami. So now the students will have the ability to click on this. And once it opens in the top right corner, after they answer all their questions, they insert their text, they do their circles and things like that. In the top right corner, there will be a little space where they can turn it in. Now, one little caveat, y'all, when the students are turning things in, because of, Google, the internet, and etc., right? They need to make sure that all changes have been saved. So I'm just going to show you really quickly. I'm going to make some random words as if I was a student, and I go right to turn in. You will notice that it says save changes now. I always encourage my students to click save changes now if this is here, because if they try to turn it in without this being here, right? So it's saving, still saving. Okay. All changes saved, and now they can turn it in. If they see that little purple save changes now, they need to click it so that way all of their changes can be saved before they turn it in. Okay. Now all of their work, whatever they do on here, will be turned in straight to you on the Google Classroom. If they mess up or they need to redo something, they can always click unsubmit. Okay. Last two features, and this is more like 12-minute PD at this moment. If y'all can hang out with me, that'd be great. If you have to jump off, I completely understand. So we're at 12-minute PD. It just changed just right now. Okay. Other things that are really helpful for our students is that this does have a dictionary. Oh, thank y'all. 12-minute PD. It's just got renamed just right now. It has dictionary aspects that they can use, so they can actually click on this. See, they don't know what this word is, and it will pull up the word for them, all the different definitions, and they can also click on this and it will speak out the word for them. It will speak out the definition for them. Okay. All right, so what it can do is, as I was saying before, you can actually highlight the parts that they want read, or they can read the whole thing.
Our planet Earth is one of 8 planets in our solar system that orbit around the sun. The other planets are Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn.
All right, so y'all see how that works. So also the cool thing is they can change the voice. So maybe the default voice is annoying to you, right? Or annoying to the students. You can also change the voice to Alex, Fred, Samantha, etc. And then they can also change the speed. So if they want it read faster, they can. Please be aware though, if they change the speed here or change the voice here, whenever they come back to the dictionary, those same default settings that they chose will still be there. Okay, so if they come down here and they choose Alex to talk, when they go to dictionary, it's still going to be Alex talking. Okay. One of the things you should also be aware of is that, yes, the students may be silly and they may put it on really fast. The advice is to let them play with it first so that they can really use it as a tool. Okay. The next and last thing I'm going to show you is that also for my math people, this has several equation symbols available to you. So look, they're all hiding right here. Okay. And then also don't forget that the students can draw responses as well in here. So that is it for Kami. I know this is fast and furious, but remember, you have all these resources to come back to. Thank y'all so much for joining me. If you have more questions, you can stay on for the Q&A part. Y'all have a great day.